bro.
Good morning, brothers.
Morning.
Firstly, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Drew and Deji.
Let's
for
go.
granting me this opportunity to stand here.
Come on.
So the title, or rather the charge that I've been given, Compelled to Work Harder.
Yes. Yes. Come on.
Do we have men here who are working hard for God?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Here's the second question.
Okay.
Do we have men who have worked harder to invite the lost in this for this conference?
Let's go, bro.
That's a great question, bro. Come on, bro.
You can't answer that question. Look around.
Yeah.
All I'm seeing disciples.
Come on, bro.
All I'm seeing disciples. I don't see the lost. So now the question that you need to ask yourself: am I working hard for God? Am I compelled by His love to work hard for Him?
Come on, bro.
Come on.
That's a great point.
Your work is your fruit, family. You know, I was sitting there just, being touched as Yannick was sharing, and I went to Brother James. I was like, bro, sorry, if you're not comfortable to share, how old are you? And he said, I'm turning 65.
Wow.
At 65 years, an old man wants to save the lost.
Wow.
Preach.
65. He's the only one that stood up at 65. We have young men, 26, 23, 25, 19. They are compelled to work harder for their careers. They are compelled to work harder for their physique. We have young people in this room.
Come on, bro.
Come on, bro.
Young people in this room that said Jesus is Lord. But I'm only going to work for myself. Only one person staff
Preach, bro.
stood up and said, I'm compelled to work harder for God.
Preach. Preach, bro.
Wow.
Have we become so busy with life, with work, with school, even ministry responsibilities, that we've forgotten the very work that the Lord has called us?
Come on, bro.
Where is your love for God? Because Matthew 22 verse 37 says, love God with all of your heart,
Come on.
soul, and mind. But when I saw one person standing up, the love for God was not, especially in this room, the love for God, or rather the disciples in this room, they were not compelled to be like, you know what, I'm going to take it to myself that I'm going to wake up very early in the morning. When I get off by, what's this one again?
Sorry.
Yes. Get off, and invite someone to come to the men's session. Nairobi needs men.
Come on. That's true, brother.
Nairobi needs men.
That's true, brother.
Yannick said something about once a man is baptized, that's a nation.
That was powerful.
The question that you need to ask yourself, when I was baptized, did I believe that I was a nation?
Come on.
Am I a nation?
Come on.
Come on,
bro.
I only have one point.
Hey, come on, bro.
Let us turn our Bibles to 1 Corinthians 15,
Come on, bro. Preach.
verse 9.
Let's go, bro.
Hey. Oh, my goodness. Preach, bro. Come on, bro. Preach.
1 Corinthians 15, verse 9 says, For I am the least of the apostles and do not even deserve to be called an apostle, because I persecuted the church of God. But by the grace of God, I am what I am. And His grace to me was not without effect.
Preach.
No, I worked harder than all of them.
Hey, bro.
Yet not I, but the grace of God that was with me.
Amen.
Preach.
Point number one, and the only point. Grace compels us to work harder.
Yes.
Obviously here we see that Paul reminds the church of the gospel that saved them. He reflects on his former life of persecuting the church. He wasn't lazy in serving Satan. If you think about it, Paul had a mission to go persecute disciples.
Wow, it was very effective.
Paul was zealous for Satan.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
Come on.
He wasn't lazy in serving Satan. Wow, zealous family.
Preach.
God's grace transformed him.
That's crazy.
Grace didn't make Paul comfortable. It made him useful for God's kingdom.
Come on. Amen.
That's why you could say, I work harder than all of them. Yet he remains humble. Sometimes you can be prideful. Like, oh yes, I baptized 6 people this year. But Paul remained humble.
Yeah.
Yet not I, but the grace of God that was with me. The question I have for you, brothers, and I see these empty seats here.
Talk about it, bro.
The question is that you need to reflect on is how hard were you working for Satan before you became a disciple?
Wow. That's a good question, bro. Wow. Oh my goodness.
The passion you had for Satan, the sacrifice you would make for Satan, the commitment you would make for Satan, the willingness to stay up late for Satan. Pull up your phone, watch pornography, and pretend as if nothing happened.
Preach, bro.
The willingness to spend money. Who here wants to be rich?
Wants to be rich.
Before, when you were a disciple, how hard were you working for Satan?
Preach.
Very hard, bro. That's very bad.
If you could do all of these things, how much more should we, or rather, how much more should the grace of God compel us to work harder for His kingdom?
That's right.
Come on.
You know, sometimes we don't work hard, family, because we entertain victim mentality. We compare ourselves to others.
Go there, bro.
Yes, devil is engaged. Devil is in the ministry. Therefore, I cannot do what devil does. Sometimes we think, if I do this, they will never appreciate me.
Come on.
If I do this, they will overlook at me. They will hurt me. Then we allow someone else's action to become our excuse for our own lack of fruit. Instead of taking responsibility, brothers, we make excuses. What's your excuse this morning that you didn't bring a visitor? Is it because you woke up late? Is it because you sleep the next day?
Preach.
It's a conference.
That's right.
It is a conference.
Yeah.
You're bound to sleep the next day.
Talk about it, bro.
It's a conference. You need to encourage everyone.
Yeah.
You need to go and share your faith. It's a conference.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
You know, currently in Joburg, so every time when varsity opens, we have this thing, campaign that we get to do. So the campus students, you know, every day we get to share with a minimum 20 people.
All right.
Minimum 20 people. That's not a lot.
No,
Because you meet about, I don't know, 500 people a day.
yeah.
But you know what's crazy? Funny enough, this week was the first week because they opened Monday. One thing that got me that campaign doesn't just expose the world, but it exposes our hearts.
Wow.
Preach, bro.
The excuse obviously would be like, no, I woke up late, so I couldn't join the prayer time.
Oh, no.
I couldn't do my prayer time because I have an 8 a.m. class. My phone was on D&D. I'm so sorry, bro. I have to say sorry to me.
Exactly.
I'm not God.
Come on, bro.
Preach, bro.
Some would say, I have a class from 9 to 5, so I can't share my faith.
What's that, bro? Come on, bro.
Oh, come on, yeah, bro.
My notes disappeared.
It's all right.
Push the word. Push the word, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's it.
Go ahead, bro.
And obviously,
It's all good, bro. Bring it on.
and obviously, you'll find yourself, especially, obviously campers would have those excuses, but also, singles as well.
Yeah.
Back-to-back meetings. From 9 to 5. But I was just reminded that we're not safe to sit down.
That's right. That's right, bro.
We're not safe to work for ourselves. Some of us in this room, they would dedicate themselves to go to gym than having to go on campus anyway to go share their faith. It's like one last share of faith. It's like, yeah, no, but I spoke to this person. There's a difference between talking to someone
Preach.
and sharing the faith.
Preach.
There's a difference between inviting someone and tell them about Jesus.
Amen.
Come on, bro.
Come on, bro.
Brothers, something that got you. We two in this room can have the same excuses.
Yeah.
That's true, bro.
Paul never used his past excuses,
That's right.
but Paul preached the word.
Yes, he did.
It says, but by the grace of God, I am what I am.
Come on.
And his grace to me was not without effect.
Come on.
God's grace was not with effect.
Yeah.
The grace of God produces action, sacrifice, and hard work. And the scripture in Mark chapter 1,
Come on, bro.
obviously we have to ask ourselves, how do we work harder for God?
Go ahead, bro.
Mark chapter 1, Jesus gives us something that's very beautiful, if I may say. Verse 35, it says, very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went off to a solitary place where he prayed. Simon and his companion went to look for him, and when they found him, they exclaimed, everyone is looking for you. Jesus replied, let us go somewhere else, to the nearby village, so I can preach there. That is why I have come.
Preach.
So he traveled throughout Galilee, preaching in their synagogues and driving out demons.
All right.
Before Jesus preached, before Jesus came across the crowd, before the miracle, Jesus prayed. How's your prayer life?
Come on.
Conversion, bro.
He prayed, then he went. Jesus shows us the balance of prayer and work.
Wow. Come on, bro.
Don't pray without going. Don't go without praying. If you really want to feel like the Lord family, we must first meet with God before we go to the people.
Come on.
If we are going to evangelize the world, we must first
Preach.
meet with God before we meet with people.
Yes. Come on, bro.
And closing, Colossians chapter 3, verse 23. Whatever you do, work at it with some of your heart.
No, bro.
Work at it with a doubtful heart. No. Whatever you do, work at it with all of your heart. As working for the Lord, not human masters. Working hard for the Lord begins by remembering why we work. We work because His grace changed us.
Yeah.
We work because Jesus died for us. We work because there's lost people that needs to hear the gospel.
That's true, bro.
We are so privileged.
Preach, bro.
We are so privileged to
That's
forget.
right.
But now the question that you need to ask yourself, am I going to sit with this privilege and just be quiet and just keep it to myself?
Talk about it.
There's a song, I can't keep it to myself. Unless you lie when you sing that song. Let's imitate Paul's heart, family. Let's work harder.
Come on, Peter. Come on.
But never forget, it is not by our own strength. It is the grace of God that works in us.
Come on, bro.
Someone said to me as I was planning this lesson, work as if it is all up to you, but pray because it is all up to God. May God's grace never be without effect in our life. I love you. To God be all.